What does my physical workspace actually look like? It's been about 5 years since I last gave you a tour. So in this video, I'm going to show you my actual desk without cleaning anything up in advance. And I'm going to share why I have a few key items here to the right of my desk. So if you've ever been curious about what my desk actually looks like, or if you're looking for inspiration, let me give you a full tour. This is exactly what my desk looks like from my office chair. And no, I actually didn't do any tidying up before recording this video. I like a very, very sparse desk. I like things uncluttered, and if I wasn't using my phone to record this video, it would be placed right there in the left-hand corner. So starting from the left, I want to keep well hydrated. I've got a water bottle over there. I've got my wireless keyboard and my wireless mouse here in the middle. And then yes, one of the biggest differences from the last time I gave a tour is that I'm using an ultra-wide monitor. I absolutely love this. I can't see myself going back to dual monitors or a smaller screen. This particular model actually gives me a fairly large base, which I can keep a few other items around as well. Here I've got a pair of glasses, I've got my Elgato Stream Deck, and then of course my earbuds as well. Now to be perfectly honest, the Stream Deck has not been nearly as helpful or as productive as I thought it would be. In fact, I'm using it more and more often just as an on and off switch for my Elgato Light, which I use primarily when I'm on a web call or recording videos. The other thing I do like is I like having the time available to me here, rather than looking over in my taskbar, and I don't have a clock elsewhere in my office. But really, this is a pretty glorified tool just to turn a light on and off. Backing up, I only have one exposed cord here on my counter. This is, of course, just a USB-C for charging my phone or charging my wireless keyboard or mouse when needed. And then the most lowest tech item on my desk is a single piece of foolscap. I start my day either with a blank piece of foolscap, I've got some backups down below, or I'll just continue to use the one that I started yesterday. And this is just for writing quick notes. Often when I'm in a meeting, if I just want to jot something down, I like having a single piece of paper here off to the right. The only other items on the desk are my speakers, which are conveniently in the back corners, somewhat hidden by the monitor, but provide great sound. Now, moving up and onward, I do have my microphone here, which is on an extendable and adjustable arm. So I'm using that not only for meetings and recordings, I'm actually using it more and more often as I speak to AI and as I speak to ChatGPT. So this is actually down in front of me more often than not, but I can easily, of course, move it out of the way. Up above that, we have my Elgato Light, which has been so much more helpful than a ring light I used to have up above. This gives me a lot more flexibility and makes me look great on camera, especially in video conferencing. And having nice, natural looking light in front of your face can make a big difference when you're meeting with people online. Here is my web camera, which is positioned right above my monitor. And that's about everything that is attached to the desk. Now, moving over to the right, I have my PC, which is elevated, so I get lots of circulation, but also because this happens to be an adjustable desk, it makes it very convenient for the cords in the back. As I adjust this desk into a standing position, the cords are not going to be overly stretched. So that's the other benefit of elevating and having the PC off of the ground. I've got some wired headphones here to the right and a few other materials because another addition since last time is adding a glass whiteboard. So again, this is just off to my right, so I can take some additional notes or do some planning freehand. If there's any maybe particular things I need to remind myself, I can add that here. And then to the left, the only thing that was here when I moved into this home is a corkboard, which I may have some important documents, including how I plan my week out each week, the Simpletivity mission statement, and some other data that I may want to look at a glance. Now, taking a step back and looking at my office from a distance, yes, behind me, another change is that I have expanded the number of sound panels behind me. Now, first and foremost, these are functional. These are reducing the amount of echo so that when I'm recording and when I'm using my microphone, I don't get all of those reflections. But the bonus is that it also doubles as a wonderful background. And I've had many people on video conferencing calls assume that I have a virtual background when no, this is the real thing. I also took some of your suggestions last time by adding a little bit of greenery, some plants here and there scattered throughout the office. It's still fairly sparse, it's still fairly gray, but that does liven things up just a little bit. And then I've also installed some sleek LED lighting. Right now it's pure white, but I can adjust this to different colors so it gives me a nice nuance behind my chair. So now that you've seen where and how I work, what stood out the most to you? Or what do you suggest I should change? I'm always looking for your suggestions and would also love to learn more about how you set up your workspace. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, you deserve to work without feeling overwhelmed.